All right, guys, welcome back. I made a mistake and I didn't hit record on the last time that I actually recorded this, so all of this stuff is already filled out for you guys. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to verbally discuss everything that we kind of been going through, right? So, looking at this pedigree, remember this is the first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, and what I want you guys to get into the habit of doing is labeling all of these people accordingly, right? So. We have the first generation, this is person number 1, this is person number 2. In the second generation, this is person number 1, number 2, and number 3. In the third generation, this is person number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. In the fifth generation, this is person number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For this first set of problems, you won't need these numbers, but it'll help you label them, right? So how many males are there in this pedigree? Males are square, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many males have hemophilia? So if they have the trait, they're going to be shaded. So you have 1, 2, 3. How many females are there? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them right here. How many have hemophilia? Well, you only have this female here and this female here. So only 2. A marriage is indicated by a horizontal line connecting the circle to a square. How many marriages are there? And by marriage, they mean mating, right? So you have this one right here, this one right here, and this one right here. So you have 3. How many children did the first couple in row 1 have? So first couple in the first generation, they had 1 and 2. This one does not count because this guy came in later, right? They're not related. That means they're married, right? Okay. How many children did the third couple in row 3 have? So in row 3, right here, generation 3, third couple, 1, 2, 3. Well, they had, holy cow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kids, right? Perfect. How many generations are there? There are 1, 2, 3, 4 generations. How many members are in the fourth generation? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's move this up here. Hopefully you guys can kind of understand this here. I already kind of wrote all over it, so hopefully it's not too big of a deal. Write the generation on the pedigree in Roman numerals. So I did that. This is the first generation here, this top one. Second generation is going to be this whole row. Third generation is going to be this one. And then, let's see, so we're good on that one. Which members of the family above are afflicted with Huntington's disease? I don't want you to write like all of the numbers. So I want you to just tell me how many people. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. So that's why I wrote 5. Is this trait recessive or dominant? Well, if it was dominant, you would see a lot of individuals with this trait, right, or this disease. But since you only see maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of goodness knows how many, that you can indicate that it's recessive. So, I actually made a mistake, and this should be recessive, REC, right? Great catch, Mr. Aragon. Okay, so how many children did individuals in generation 1, person number 1, and generation 1, person number 2 have? So generation 1 is going to be this one, person number 1 is going to be this guy, person number 2 is going to be this female. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids. How many girls did this in the second generation, person number 1 and person number 2 have? Second generation is going to be this one right here. This is the first person, this is the second person. So they had 1, 2, 3 kids. How many of them have Huntington's disease? Only one of them, right? And then how is individual in generation 3, person number 2, related to individual in generation 2, person number 4? So that's generation 3, person number 2, that's going to be this one right here, this female. And then generation 2, person number 4, that's going to be this one right here. So this one has 2 parents, right? But the mom is related to this guy because they're brothers, right? So this is mom's brother, which is also the uncle, right? What about person number 1, generation 1, person number 2? So that's this female right here. And generation 3, 1, 2, 3, person number 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, this one has parents and their parents are this person. So this is grandma. All right, so grandma, not grandpa, sorry, grandma. Perfect. All right, so I think that should cover it. You guys should be able to answer these next ones right here. Please remember, if you see a double line like you do in this one, that means that they're related, right? They're related, and you can clearly see that because in this one, two parents had 1, 2, 3 kids, right? And their kids, both of these kids, their cousins ended up reproducing together, right? And that's what we call incest or inbreeding, right? Perfect, right on. So you guys should be able to answer these next ones. If you guys have questions on them, please feel free to ask me or email me. And like I said, we'll have a small group on this stuff on Tuesday when I see you guys next. Okay, you'll see these uploaded soon.